Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Hey guys, the Chickens here. We are back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we are parked in Season 45. We're hanging it up. That's it. That's all. We'll play a little bit on the mini account for the next couple of days, but we are going to go over everything that you guys need to know to finish out the season, of course, as we always do. If you haven't already, I appreciate it if you throw that code CHICKEN in the shop. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. So, after yesterday's catastrophe of a video, where we went back in, lost two, I was able to struggle my way back to 25-46, and I'm just playing for the top 500 to get that mark on the trophy. Not a great finish, like considering how great of a season we had, but we're hanging out around the 200-ish mark, so, you know, things could be worse for sure. We had 944 attacks. Apparently, I can report myself. Interesting. But yeah, so let's show you guys just those last couple hits, what we changed, and what was able to make the difference for us. And we were still getting pretty crazy matchmaking, but honestly, for the most part, these guys had fairly even tech. We should also talk about the tech tree real quick. I still think getting to GBE first and then getting the damage amp is going to be better. Why? Because it's not really a defensive meta at the end of the season. It's more about what you can do on offense. So getting the GB is going to help your attack times. You know, the damage amp is going to help too, don't get me wrong. But I don't think it's so good that you can really rely on it to get you, that extra 5-10 seconds that you need to win these attacks. And I think the GB is going to be a better benefit for that. And it's just shocks. It's second wins. We'll talk about all that. But yeah, so let's go over... First, I want to show you... Sorry, that's his attack. I want to show you this guy's base, because this one was sweet. Look at this. I think this is a great base, because if you don't have a Sky Shield, you can still run it. But he's got the Grappler here, he's got the Shock Blaster here, and this one was just a nightmare. It completely shut down my 1-7 attack. We can show you what I did. Actually, no, I failed it, so I don't want to show that because I want to show you the right way to attack. We'll go back and laugh at that after. This one was 128, this one 155, this one was a little bit better. So, same style of base, kind of. And here, this was my last one, I guess. So this is how I decided to hit this one. So since he had the Sky Shield in the middle, I was thinking, he's got a lot of nasty stuff under there. We're not going to free clear around it because that's how the base is designed. So I just opened it up and figured we would just continually shock it. We'll throw it into 4-speed here because it's not that hard to follow along with. But what I did have to do, you'll see, is I did flare down at some point, I believe. Once I made sure that everything was cleared on either side that was going to potentially either kill Kavan or kill a lot of Bombardiers, we flared into the middle here, and then we got some really key shocks off. You see right there. And when I was throwing that shock, I was only looking at it at hitting the Hot Pot and the Doom Cannon, because I knew if we got those two, everything else would get hit in that as well. Sorry, my voice, I got some allergies going on. So we hit that, and I let them go, and we didn't re-shock. We only needed one shock down there, which was really nice. And then we'll let them go back out. And then from here, it was just pretty straightforward. All we did was just second wind. I didn't need any more shocks because we had cleared... I think he was missing boom cannons or something weird. Let me watch that again. No, he had them. Okay, we just cleared them before. So that's kind of how you do those bases. That one specifically. But what kind of base I would recommend... I don't know any off the top of my head here, but the corner base seemed to be really strong. I think, yeah, this one. This is the one. The corner base with the damage amp. You can get to this one. That's going to be your best bet in terms of time. And how to hit it is just simply go 1-7 Bombardiers all the way up on the left. Remove 2 rocket launchers, preferably amped rocket launchers with barrage and artillery. And then just keep kind of spamming your way down. So we'll go over the attack, my attack, I guess, next. Or no, we'll... try to find a corner base. Perfect. Okay, so here's how we do this one. Now, we're still running the 1-7, and it's hit and miss, but it's really good when it works. Now, you see it doing exactly what we just said. Remove any rocket launchers. If we can find some, that have the damage amp, then that's going to be better. I was a little bit late on that flare. I should have flared them way earlier. I actually almost had Kavan get shocked. There may have been some screaming at that point, like, get moving. But yeah, so we moved them up this way. I don't think I flared them again. I just instead decided since... Oh, no, I did flare them again. Never mind. I don't know if we needed to, but either way. So at this point, we desperately needed some riflemen. So it was kind of a bad flare, honestly, but it ended up working out simply because we had so many bombardiers left over, right? So that was the big difference maker. And just, straightforward from there. Just second wind shock. We lost Kavan, actually. But at this point, we didn't really need him that badly. He had already done kind of all the second winds he could manage. So from there, we're just free clearing a little bit. And then we just go ahead with the flares there. Even the grappler, it's not going to do much. It's just going to pause them for a second as it rips them over with nothing in there behind it to kill them. So, yeah. So there's the tech. There's the base. There's the attack. And like I said, the top 500, I'm assuming we're going to be safe. Typically, it moves a lot in the last day or so, but, regardless, we'll see what happens and then jump back in if we need to. But for now, we're hanging it up. It was a very, very grindy season, I found. I wasn't a huge fan of Season 45. We'll get into this in our review video more, but I found that it was very... I just don't like the 4-week seasons. I just don't like that format. I feel like there's ways to make them good if they have to stick to that timeline. But just, they need to space things out a little bit more. I mean, the whole idea of the season back to the roots and, having, no flying troops, no critical launchers, no laser rangers at the same time as making it a 4-week season. Probably not the best idea to experiment with that. I mean, it ended up being okay overall. It wasn't, terrible. I just personally feel like I didn't have as much fun with it as I normally do. Yeah, and that's mainly because it just took a lot longer to really hit that stride and, get to that point where, you could make some progress. It just seemed like the whole season, it's like right where you were from the start, you kind of got stuck there. Like, I got out to a blazing start, and I never really fell off, but I never really got any further than that either. It was kind of weird. It was good, overall it was fine, but it was just kind of strange to see that. But yeah, so that's where we're at. We are parked for right now, guys, and we'll see what is going to happen. And this one's got a Shark Blaster number 2 on it, so might be an idea. Just a weird base if you want to switch it up, run into that one we were talking about earlier. But yeah, so that was our final day of Season 45, guys. Let me know how you guys are doing, what you think about it so far. Are you pushing until the very last day on Sunday? Let me know that down below in the comments. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap it up for the video today. Make sure to leave a like, find it interesting, entertaining, or informative. Catch you next one, guys. Check it out. Back.